Hi, welcome to What's New in SolidCAM 2015. In this particular example, I'm going to show you what is new in SolidCAM 2015 in Swarf. In 2015 of SolidCAM, we came up with some new degouging options in Swarf machining. In front of us is a model with a curved surface, and what we are going to do is we're going to swarf this out with this particular tool, taper tool. Let's calculate this toolpath and simulate it. So I'll also explain to you how the swarf principle works. Swarf basically works on the principle of upper curve and lower curve, and an imaginary surface is created, and that surface is actually machined. So when you're machining a curved surface, it's obvious that the tool is actually going to gouge into the surface because it's just machining that straight surface. In 2015 of SolidCAM, we've got what we have is a new degouging option where we have degouge, balance, and balance with allowance. So we will use the degouge option, and we will allow an allowance of 10 microns. That means we are allowing the tool to gouge by about 10 microns. Let's calculate this toolpath. What we will see is the tool is actually going to be pushed away from the surface, okay, to such an extent that the gouge no longer exists. So let's look at our first entry. You can see that the tool has been pushed out of the surface till it's no longer gouging this particular curved surface. This is the first option which is used to degouge the swarf surface. However, we have an issue here, that is a lot of material is being left out. Now many times it happens that this particular surface is not much of a relevance. What is more relevant is how are you getting the surface with minimum material being left out. Gouge is allowed, but not a lot of material needs to be left out. In such cases, we have got an option to balance it. That means the software will create a balance of gouge, and it will create a balance of the material being left out and try to get a middle path for the tool. So let's calculate this. You'll see that in this case the tool will gouge, but it will also keep bare minimum material on the top and bottom areas of the part. So you can see that it has not gone completely inside, neither it has completely degouged itself, but it's trying to keep bare minimum of material between the upper and lower edges. So this is the first or the second degouging option called balance. The third one is balance with an allowance, where we are going to allow a certain amount of gouge and we are also going to keep a certain amount of excess material. We can't have more gouge or more excess material, so we are going to do a balancing but within an allowance. So I'm going to say I want a gouge of 1 millimeter and an excess material allowance of not more than 5 millimeter. Let's calculate this toolpath. Okay, this is done. Now what you're going to see here is it's still going to gouge, but this material remaining will not exceed more than 5 millimeters. So it tries to create a balance. It will either go towards the excess material remaining, or it will try to control the gouge. If it's not possible, if it's unable to balance between these two areas, then it will try to go to the nearest possible solution of either keeping less excess material or either to gouge less. So the nearest solution for it at the moment is that it's going to have very less excess material. So these are the three new options for degouging in swarfing in 2015 SolidCAM. Thank you for listening.